This is the area where Hurricane Lewis on the 5th of September made his way in. And devastatingly destroying the area coming up directly ahead of us now, called Cahill. C-A-Y Cahill. The day after Hurricane Lewis, most of the homes there were without roofs. But all of the folks have managed to put their roofs back on. Off the left is a freshwater pond. It serves as a catch basin for rainwater which flows down from the hills. Also as a habitat for 3 species of birds. Some white ones, white egrets, some little black ones, waterfalls, water chickens, also a national bird, the pelican. Straight ahead, more to the left, the flat roof buildings, that is our medical center, the Dutchside Hospital. On the other side of that is a green and yellow building with a red roof. I always say that building is too close for comfort. That is the funeral home. You said so too, right? Too much easy access for me. If you can't pay to come over, to wheel you over. So you have the medical center on one side, the funeral home on the other side. Somewhere down the middle is the attorney. You can't get away, huh? There's another statue coming up on the left. This is one of the ladies that was responsible for the abolishment of slavery on the Dutch side. She got away with a whole lot of slaves, but she was recaptured. Her name is Tete Loke. You know why they gave her that name? Her punishment was they cut off one of her tits. Oh. Those guys was cruel. I'll never do that. Not those precious things. You heard me? Coming up on the left is a private school, Learning Unlimited. Flags from left to right. You have the American flag, the Dutch St. Martin's flag, and the French flag. Those are the 3 flags there. That tells you the kids that goes to school there. So the 3 flags are coming up on the left. Take a look to the left right about now.
Oh yeah.
Here to the right, you have a brand new fire station. Still to the right, down below, you have the sporting complex. National sports here on the Dutch side is baseball, on the French side it is soccer. But many other sports is being played on the side. In a short while, you're going to see the mosque. That is the building with a dome on the top. It's a Muslim church. A lady did correct me the other day. She said, not a dome, it's a dome. I said, ma'am, I speak with an accident, so please leave me alone. It's not my fault, I'm all mixed up. I'll tell you I'm mixed up, I'm a little late today.
No, I can't.
You getting problems there, sir? Down below to the left there's a beach. It is the smallest beach of all 36 beaches that we have on this island, but it holds the biggest history. Keep the beach in mind. I'll tell you history about the beach a little later down. It's the Cape Bay Beach. Ladies and gentlemen, in a short while, you will be overlooking the most spectacular view of the whole trip. We will be going down the hill, so prepare your cameras to take some pictures. You will be overlooking 3 nationalities from this end. You will be overlooking a body of water where the boats and yachts are anchored, all part of the Dutch side. You will be overlooking a hilly area, the 2 hills the same height to the valley in the center, all part of the French side. And on the horizon, you're going to see the English island of Anguilla. So you will be overlooking Dutch, French, and English. So as soon as we come around the bend. Also down below to the left, we have the water desalination plant, and electricity company, and Shell and Texaco bulk station. So far as everything else here in the island, everything has to be imported. Our gasoline is retail at $4.50 per gallon. Look at this spectacular view.
Oh yeah. That's spectacular, all right.
The body of water which I mentioned is part of the Dutch side, and is the Simpson Bay Lagoon, which is the largest and the most beautiful of its kind here in the Caribbean. On the left side of the lagoon, you can see that shoreline, that is the Simpson Bay Beach. Just above that is where you can find the international airport, Princess Juliana International Airport. And later down, you're going to see the runway. Straight ahead, you can see the 2 hills the same height with the valley in the center. Down there, we have celebrities and Americans that have the vacation homes. And those are people like Harry Belafonte, the Kennedys, Diana Ross, Sidney Poitier. Just to mention a few of them, all of them have the vacation home down there in French lowlands. Red roof buildings right in the midst of the lagoon, Princess Hotel and Casino, the former Port de Plaisance. After that, there's a hill with a knob on the top. The hill is called the Witch's Tit. I didn't give it a name, but it got that name is because there where the pirates used to hide out to plunder the ships when they entered the Margaret Harbor. Seeing that back in 1789, the French decided to do something about it. Back then, they decided to build Fort St. Louis. We will be seeing the ruins of Fort St. Louis as we enter the French capital, Marigot. If you wish to take a picture of the border monument, it's coming up on the left. On the 23rd of March, 1648, the Treaty of Concordia was signed. that in time of need, we will indeed lend a helping hand to each other. Up to this present moment, that worked out very good. 1948, that is when the monument was erected. The treaty also states that as France and Holland do go to war, we here on this island will never go to war. Also, each 11th of November, both governments meet at the border, shake hands for another year of peaceful coexistence. 11th of November is also celebrated as St. Martin's Day, your Veterans Day. Here comes our heavily guarded border. Those of you on the right, you can stand. You have to be a little quick at it, I cannot make that complete stop.
Got it already.
Aim and shoot, right?
I'm shooting right now.
Okay, welcome to French St. Martin. As easy as that.
Yep.
Do I have anyone on board a bus from Massachusetts? Anyone? No one? I guess the guy is saved today. There is a home coming up on the left. That home belongs to a black former senator of the state of Massachusetts. Can you tell us his name?
I'm not American.
Ever heard about? Oh, sorry. Ever heard about a guy named Edward Brooke? I'll let you know why he left the girl back in Massachusetts. First of all, look to the left. He's right across from the witch's tit. Second of all of this land on either side of the road, looking up as far as the eyes can see, belongs to Edward Brooke, mother-in-law. And that begins at the border. I'll show you exactly where it ends. And I meant to tell you, he married well. This area here is called Bellevue. Bellevue in English means beautiful view. Coming up on the left on the top of the hill, there's another home that belongs to Edward Brooke, brother-in-law. And this is the back of his home. The front resembles a castle. And he's also a local politician. Politicians means politicians. But that was way back then, Yeah. Coming up here to the left down below, you can see what remains of an old sugar mill. This area was once a sugarcane plantation for the French. There's another home coming up on the right that belongs to Edward Brooke's sister-in-law. Did I mention that he married well? Yeah. Very well,
Which one of them do I marry?
After the sister-in-law's home, there's still two homes coming up on the right. Both homes are owned by Edward Brooke, mother-in-law. So the brother-in-law to the left, here's the sister-in-law to the right. Right here? And here comes the mother-in-law's home, still to the right, but this is not the end of her land. She continued walking. And don't ask me, she must have done a lot of bad things in her young life to own all of this land. But I didn't say that one too hard because, you know, money talk, something gotta walk, I'm not gonna mention that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And she's still up there alive and kicking, She's in her 90s. If you look at her, she's looking in her 60s. Her name is Edith Fleming Hart. She's a sole leader for Ford. And her second husband just died. She just killed the second one. All of these buildings here to the left, including the one with the glass, all belongs to Edward Brooke, mother-in-law. So now you know why he left the girl back in Massachusetts, Came here and married the richest lady's daughter on the French side. We're soon coming up to the end of her lane. Here comes the left. This is the mango tree. This one right here? Yeah. That's the mango tree. After that, you have the tamarind tree. Tamarind? You see the brown stuff up in the tree? Those are the tamarinds. After that is the sandbox tree. Just below that, another flamboyant tree. Underneath of this flamboyant tree is where she sat down and fell asleep. So here would end the land of Edward Brooke, mother-in-law. Brave lady, Yeah. No, she knows my weakness. Coming up on the right, you're going to see the red hibiscus flowers. When you see them coming up, look to the right, the red hibiscus flowers. Yeah. Still to the right, by the swans, can you see some pink flowers? Yep. Don't be mistaken like I did. The pink ones, they're all fake. Believe me, she had me fooled too until she put up some new ones. Coming up on the left, very far away from home, but it's one, the Norfolk pine tree. Take a look to the left.
Oh, yeah.
Now take a look straight ahead on the top of the ruins of Fort St. Louis.
Oh, yeah.
Remember I told you about it? Built in 1789 to protect the harbor from those thieving pirates. Here's the avocado tree. Look to the right. That's the avocado tree. There's a reason why I'm showing you these trees, The reason why it's coming up on the left, you're going to see a green tree with some green fruits hanging. I'll ask each and every one of you what is the name of the tree. It's coming up on the left-hand side by the orange wall. Take a look to the left right about now. Left. I said left. What is the name of this tree?
Oh, that's big.
Mango, no.
Papaya.
No, that's papaya, no.
Grapefruit.
Grapefruit, no. You give up?
Yeah.
Avocado, no. The fruit is not edible. But it's from that fruit is what they use to make a musical instrument, the maracas or the shak-shak. That is the calabash tree. But his name is just calabash, wherever you are. Jimmy Durante.
Fenwick.
Fatwick.
Feckwick.
Fedwick. Feckwig. Yeah.